Good afternoon and welcome to St Mary's GAC Killyclogher in County Tyrone. There's a big falcha there on the wall. That's a welcome for Donegal, you see down there on the pitch to our left and down over to our right for the Ulster Minor Platinum Final for 2026. We're really looking forward to this game between these two teams who know each other quite well from, well, a lot of them will know each other from clubs. I mean, the Ulster Minor Club final a couple of years ago was Dunlow against Carryduff. Quite a few of those players on both sides involved in this game here, which is going to be starting in the next few minutes. We've only about 3 or 4 minutes till we get to the start, so we'll just go to the teams and get that done right away for you. And looking at the down team there, the manager Pete Kearney from Loughlin Island. In goals, Kayla Falloon, and she's in for Mia McCann, who was a keeper all year and got injured in the last couple of weeks. Very unfortunate for her. Up the field then you have the likes of Maeve Boyle at number 4 from St John's. Her mum Mary would be the chair. And then you have a lot of the Carryduff girls: Cara Connolly, Anna McCardle, Hannah Casson, the Casson assassin as she's now going to be known, Lucy Elmore from Warren Point. Her dad Glenn would have been a defender with Ballyholland. Erin Daly, the captain, at number 9 from the Breda Club in Belfast. Her dad would be Hugh Daly, who's in the management, and he is originally Crossmaglen. At number 8 you have Maya Murdoch, who's one of the vice captains, and she's from Burren. Her brother would be Ornan Murdoch, who you might have heard of. And Orla Owens at number 11 is also one of the vice captains. She's from the Leitrim Fontenoys Club, and her uncle Peter would be the very well known referee. Number 10 is Annie McAvoy from Clandabana, Banbridge. Her mum Fran is one of the FLOs, along with Ciara Owens, mum of Orla. 15 you have Clodagh Simpson from Ahadur, just outside Banbridge. She's a goal machine, I'm told, so watch out for her. And look at the rest of the full forward line now. Asa McCarran and Evie McHugh both carried off, and both winners with St Patrick's Knock in the All-Ireland Schools recently. They don't tend to play in there. They'll be playing much further back out the field, but two fantastic players with a big reputation already. That's down. Moving on then to Donegal, managed by Declan McDermott, although I noticed there's an Aoife McColgan in there as well. I know her. Former goalkeeper from Malin, and I'm sure she still keeps goals. And from Malin, at number 15 is Orla Ward. But going to the top there, you have Anya Walsh in goals from Dunlow. There's a lot from Dunlow, like Nicole Bonner Gillespie at number 6. The Boyles, Tony Boyle at 12 and Alicia at 8. There's other Boyles as well. Clara Rose Boyle is from Moville. And Laura Boyle is from Nave Columba there at number 7. Number 4, Shauna Malloy, Nave Connell. Laura Quinn is at 3. She's from Four Masters. They're captained by the number 2, Katie McGowan. She's from the A-Rua Club in Ballyshannon. Number 5 is Florence Naughton, and she's from the St Noel's Club, which would be Mount Charles. Also at midfield there you have Alva Doherty at 9. Who else have I not mentioned? Well, 11 is Emma Wallace, and she is excuse me, Dunlow. There's another Wallace in the subs at 22. That's Avine Wallace, but she's Burt. In fact, her dad Andrew would be a very famous hurling man in the club and the county. Has even managed the county. And her mum Karen would be a well-known camogie player as well. Full forward you have Aoife McDermott from Nave Connell. Her dad would be Stephen from Glenfin. And Mia O'Donnell is at number 13. I think that's given them all a mention, more or less. Yeah, it has. Right, nearly ready for the start. I will welcome your comments on YouTube there in the live chat at any stage, or you can get me on my Instagram, which is Jerome Quinn 1. Feel free to do that. The referee's Chris Lennon, and he is from Armagh. That's him coming out now, you see, coming over, mic'd up and getting ready. What else can I tell you? Let me see. Going back to the down management there, they also have, as well as Hugh and Pete, they've got Jared McKeever in there too. He's Ballyhagan originally, now helping out Pete with Loughlin Island and with the down miners here. Number 12, Grace Gordon, is an interesting one for down as we look at the captains out there, number 9 and number 2. So Erin Daly out there on the right, and yeah, the referee's still getting a bit of tape applied there to make sure he is still mic'd up, and the other captain is there is Katie McGowan. Excuse me. What was I telling you? Oh, Grace Gordon at number 12 for down. Dad would be Dan, and mum would be Emma O'Reilly, who also played for down, and then her uncle Jamie would have played AFL. As I say, really looking forward to this one then. Down against Donegal, Ulster Minor Platinum Final 2026. So there's 4 finals. This is the big one. This is the top 2. And Donegal, well, they would be pretty used to being here or hereabouts. So there was, I suppose, the last few years that Cavan beat Antrim in the final last year. Cavan Monaghan have tended to dominate over the years at school and minor level, but not this year. St Pat's not came through and won the schools, and quite a few of those girls are here today with Down. So Down backboned by that, and the success is also of the Carrie Duff Club in Belfast, winning 3 Ulster minor clubs in a row. And as I say, they beat Dunlow in one of those down in Newton Stewart a couple of years ago. So it's the Donegal girls in there, and he's pointing to the badge. You're representing Donegal here, the pride in Donegal. And they are here today, and he's definitely making that point about the badge, isn't he? Pointing to that all the time. And I hope we get a good audience for this game to show the skills of these fabulous young players. This is as good as it gets. The girls have been training and playing all year, and this is the big one. It's Hugh Daly in there, cross middle end man, Armagh man, and this weekend of all weekends trying to win with Down. They're ready. Then the hands will go in, and we will go out and we'll see what sort of game it is here. And knowing the way that Knock played and Carrie Duff played, I think I'll be familiar with the way that they play here today. The conditions are pretty much perfect. There's a bit of a breeze has picked up, and it's also gone quite cool most of the time as well, surprisingly. It's sort of caught us out a little bit after the weather we've had recently, but no excuses. The pitch is in fantastic condition here in Killyclogher. They had senior men's training on it last night, and there's not even a mark on the pitch. It's in great nick as well. And I'm just watching the players going out and see who goes out and what position they go out to. But I think at this level you usually get teams lining out exactly as they have named in the programme. So the referee Chris Lennon from Armagh, who won the first game here, about to get us underway. I will welcome your comments on the live chat. I'm just checking on there now, and on my Instagram, Jerome Quinn 1. Feel free to send us a wee message there as we go on. So the 2026 Ulster Minor Platinum Final, Down playing from right to left, get the ball right away with their midfielder and captain Aaron Daly, and they will take the game to Donegal. But the shout already from the sideline is relax. The game is not helter-skelter these days. One team gets a bit of possession and the other team drops in. So in the first game as well, Armagh won that one comfortably against a plucky Derry team that was in the silver final. 2 more finals tomorrow. The gold final and the bronze final, one in Errigal Kieran and one up at Convoy. That's the Tyrone Cavan one, and then Antrim against Monaghan, is it? I think is the other one, if I'm right. That's played forward by Hannah Casson, but a little bit too strong. But there was a touch on it, so it will be a 45 for Down. So as things settle down a bit, let's just see who's playing where. And indeed, Donegal have dropped in. And number 9, Daly, has come out to take this. She's also been captain, I believe, of the Down Camogie team. So quite a achievement there to be captain of both. Here's the chance. So she's played it in. There's a goal chance right at the start, and it should be a goal, and it is. What a start for Down. Beautifully worked, and the smallest player on the pitch has wellied it to the net. She wasn't going to miss from there, and I'm just trying to see the number on her back. Was it 13? Was it 15? It wasn't 15. It must have been 13, because 15's over this side. That's Simpson, who I was telling you is a goal machine. And she's turned around and her hair is down over her back. I still can't see the number. Please feel free to let me know in a message there. I'll try and pick it up as we go on. But what a start for Down. Beautifully worked. Really clever, composed play. And it was just about popping the ball in and around. And left with a simple task at the end of it. And on the other end we might get a goal. But the goalkeeper comes out bravely. Kayla Falloon, who's come in the last few weeks to fill in there for Mia McCann, and that was a good confident start for her as well. This is Casson. Now that's going to be intercepted by Tony Boyle, and Tony heads off towards goal. Looking for a little bit of sport. Good, confident, composed play. She's not just going to boot it away. And this is Laura Boyle, no relation from Niamh Columba. Donegal looking for their first score, and it's just gone to the left, and it's gone wide. It's gone wide. So 1 goal to no score inside 3 minutes. Now the kick out from Falloon. Well, it looked to be good, but it's gone right through the player, and it's a chance for Donegal here to punish them, actually, and it's Tony Boyle giving it back to Wallace, and there it is. There is the first score of the game for Donegal. And they had numbers over, and Down will be quite relieved in a way that they didn't concede a goal there, because it looked like it might open up. Might have been a costly mistake, but instead it's a 2-point game after 3.5 minutes, and that's been nicely taken. This is Grace Gordon from very good stock. Leaves it off to Evie McHugh, who I told you wouldn't play full forward. This is her familiar game, running with the ball from midfield, taking players on, making things happen. That's Casson leaving it off, and from the distance out on the right, is it inside the post? It is inside the post. A really good score, and it's Down's first point of the game. And what number is that? I'm having difficulty reading these Down numbers, I have to say, on the back. It's black on a red, but it's kind of, I don't know, I find it very difficult from a distance. The Donegal one's much easier. That's Florence Naughton. And off goes Florence, but that's good covering by Maeve Boyle, but referee has spotted a foul in there. I think I'm working out, oh, that's a little bit strong. I think I'm working out that the goal actually was Orla Owens from Leitrim, the vice captain at number 11. Here they come again. Evie McHugh. Donegal girls chasing her, but she cuts inside. Will they go for another score from that right-hand side? They do, but that's going to go all the way to the right and wide this time. Yeah, I think it must have been Owens. So the change around there was the likes of McCarran and McHugh, 13 and 14 for Down. They come out around the middle, and Orla Owens goes into that full forward area. And it was her maybe who got that first goal of the game. Press on the kick out. Finds her midfielder Alicia Boyle really well. Well done by the goalkeeper Walsh. They were both, after all, from the Dunlow club. Taken on now by Doherty. To Boyle again at the start of that. This is good play by Donegal all the way up the field. She read the bounce beautifully there, Mae O'Donnell, or did she? No, unable to keep it in. But a good lively start of the game as we expected. Good quality. Teams know what they're about. Lots of good players out there. Falloon does well again with the kick out. That's not the first time that she's found Casson from it, and Casson's caught both of them above her head. That's McCarran leaving it off, and is that gone over? They need to watch that one. It has dropped over the bar. Actually, that's a really good score and a really good move all the way up the field, and nicely finished at the end of it. And a good score from Down, and they've added to their goal with 2 very fine points, and I think that was Annie McAvoy who got that one. Apologies again, I just can't see those numbers way over on that far side, but I think that was 10. Donegal get it in the middle, and they've got players over here as well. The break is on, and they've only got the 1 point in the game so far, but there's a chance here. Oh, brilliant block, and got across with ease actually, and I think it was the fullback Ellie McCabe. But Donegal still persists. Oh, I thought she was going to go for goal there, but Aoife McDermott belts it over the bar for a very good Donegal point. They've good forwards, haven't they? And a nice little turn inside there, and she had a sight of goal. The kick out is really good again, or is it? Oh, it just evades Issa McCarran. That's a Donegal midfielder, Boyle. Back to Bonner Gillespie. Back to the number 3, Laura Quinn. To Bonner Gillespie again. This is really good play by Donegal to get them out of that situation, and now Down are chasing them. They're chasing Alva Doherty. Great support play again. Oh, this is terrific. This is Tony Boyle now. Comes back to Mia O'Donnell, who had that effort a minute ago that was blocked down. She wasn't going to try that again. They get it to McDermott. Really move it through the hands really quickly. And at the end of it, do they have the finish? They don't. The finish did not match the build-up, because that was really, really good play. Really good build-up. So I'm just checking, and indeed, yeah, the information I got that it was number 11 who got the goal at the start. So I think I've got confirmation of that. I'm just checking on the YouTube live chat as well. If anyone, nope, no one's commented on that. So I think we're safe that we got that one right in the end. Free out for Donegal. Do you know what? I've been really impressed by both teams so far, but Donegal look really good the way they move the ball and the confidence of their players. And they seem to be, although they're behind, there was that goal. If you take the goal out of it, they've been playing really well, and they've been, look at the speed here, even going forward, forcing Down back all the time. But that's easily blocked down. And a free out. So a decent crowd over in the stand on the far side here in Killyclogher, and a good crowd online watching too. A lot of people just can't get to the game at this time on a Saturday in Killyclogher, and Down and Donegal from opposite coasts. This is McCarran now for Down. Oh, she does well there to try and feed it through, but it was well defended by Quinn for Donegal, and they transition again. Her support play is so good. Look at this. This is terrific. McCarran, though, gets a hand in, as she does. That's her main role in the teams. She's a destroyer in there and gets in and turns over a ball, and it was her who got the ball down for Maeve Boyle. And they could get a score at the end of it. And I think this is Owens now. Not many options ahead. Look at the amount of Donegal. Well, you can't actually see in your shot there, but yeah, you see it now. Look at the amount of Donegal girls in there. And there's not many for Down, so they come back to McCarran and they'll just take their time. There's Simpson in there for Down. She's way over in the left corner, and then you've Owens on the right. Now they've somebody going over to the middle, but they end up shooting from distance. They've got a lot of points from that particular angle, and they've got another one. And it was a good score, and I think it was Grace Gordon who got it from very good stock. Her mum Emma, her dad Dan, and throw in Uncle Jamie O'Reilly as well. Anya Walsh then with a kick out. Now Down's press is pretty good. They've forced her to go up the middle a few times. This one is broken though, and it's broken to Maya Murdoch, and Murdoch to McCarran, and that's Owens who got the goal, and she turns well. Nippy, she got a good point, or a good goal rather, but that one just to the left. But they are having good success from the kickouts Down. From both ends, actually. They're winning a lot of their own, and they're pressing high and giving Donegal trouble here. Doherty's trying her best, and then they've got the other midfielder, Boyle, goes and gets it short. Back to Quinn. So 1-3 plays 2, a 4-point game, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like Donegal should be a bit closer, but that's credit to Down. Another turnover from Down. McCarran on the spot as usual. Simpson with a dangerous one, and she's got a goal. I don't know if she meant that, but it's unfortunate for Donegal, but it's her first real action of the game. I was told that she's a goal machine. She's from Ahaderg. She's the captain of the club there outside Banbridge, and on that evidence, yep, she is a goal machine. And it's 2 goals and 3 to Down. They lead by 7. Well, I didn't think the score quite represented the play so far, and now they've got a huge lead already, and they're coming again. Maybe they'll get through for another one, and it's the centre half back Casson has played that one through. They have got another one. 3 goals for Down. A big yell from the sideline here, and why not? Because 12 minutes into this game and Evie McHugh has got a 3rd goal. It's been a dream start for Down in this final, and they have Donegal on the ropes at this stage. That's 2 goals in a minute. 3-3, 10-point game all of a sudden, and yet Donegal, as I was saying, have been playing very well, but goals will kill you. Nearly 13 minutes in, and Donegal a little bit shell-shocked. It's hard to see them getting 3 goals up here, never mind 3 points. They've only got the 2 points so far, but they have been good. That was a good challenge in there by Lucy Elmore, trying to dispossess but didn't quite get there. But you can see Down now have their defensive structure in there, and Donegal having to go forward. Oh, that's a typical McCarran effort. Nipped in there on the blind side. The player thought she was away and then said, where did the ball go? Asa got it. So Down fully in charge now, and Donegal shocked and maybe a little bit deflated after those 2 goals. First one might have been a bit fortunate, but she still struck it well from an angle, and the second was an excellent goal as well for them. And they get it across now to Gordon. Not even the end of the first quarter yet, and Down of 3 goals. And I guess the fear is when you're a defence like that, you're thinking they might score the next time and the next time. You're fearing them all the time, so that changes the mindset. Down working their way along the right side over by the stand. That's nicely fed in as well. I think that's McHugh, is it? And an effort from distance. I was thinking that might drop in as well. It doesn't, but it doesn't drop in for a goal, but does drop in for a really good point. And Donegal very much on the rack at this point. 3-4. 13 plays to 11-point game. And this might sound silly saying it, but from what I've seen of Donegal so far, they would be capable of still winning this game, you know, but at the minute it's Down winning all the exchanges, and that's Asa McCarran on the break to get it out to Gordon, and they just have Donegal pinned in at the minute, and they're going to control the game, and they'll just take their time and get it back here and draw Donegal and deny them of the ball. Oh, and as I say that, they give it right away, and they give it to Aoife McDermott, and off she goes. Is this a chance? Orla Ward. Well, she's being pursued. She's a long way to go, but she's still going well with a decent effort. The goalkeeper does so well. At the other end, that was the sort of one that dropped into the net. But at that end, Kayla Falloon from St John Bosco made a really good save there, an important one. Her dad would be Kevin, her uncle Paul. I'm sure both very proud of her today, especially the way she stepped in place of Mia McCann. This is the full forward, Evie McHugh again. Player of the match in the Lidl All-Ireland Senior Schools final for St Pat's Knock, and she's showing that ability here today as well, and they're playing with a bit of a swagger now. Here's Asa McCarran, she was the captain that day. They're really in control of this game. They have a big lead already, and they're just enjoying themselves out there, and they can do no wrong. They might even get another goal here, and that's a tricky one. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I'm sure Donegal cannot believe it either. It's raining goals, and it's raining down goals. Another one, and that time it was the number 10, Annie McAvoy from Clonabana, Banbridge, and drops in at the far post. And at this early stage, that's a huge, huge lead. Donegal will try, though. It's hard to see them getting this back now. A strange game. You don't often see as many goals like that coming so quickly early in a game, in a big game like this. And they'll just try and settle it down with a point. They can't even get that. That's a couple that have dropped into the goalkeeper's arms. What you're seeing is one team playing with real confidence, and they're just going for it. The other team's just pulling it, and maybe making the wrong shot selection. They need something maybe to settle them here, and they might get it because Orla Ward is here. Oh, and she's driven that. That could have been a goal as well. You know, she was aiming for the crossbar area, and she was thinking, I'll take a goal if I can get it. She just gives it power. Oh, that's a 2 now in a row there at about 20 seconds. That could have ended up in the net, but everything is ending up in the net at the other end. So 17.5 minutes. I really didn't expect this. 16-3. We don't normally add it up for you early on, but that's 4-4, and it needs added up at this stage. And impressed, because that is 13-point lead. So here might even be another one. No, it's going to be brought back. There was a free further back. Yeah, so before that last point, it was 14 in it, if I'm right. Yeah, 14-point game. But still, long way to go. Coming up to the 18-minute mark, but an awful long way to go in this game. Just wondering if there's anyone commenting on the live chat there on YouTube. Feel free to leave a comment there. Be happy to hear from you. Or on Instagram at Jerome Quinn 1. You can get me directly there. But certainly a lot to talk about here so far. And that's a really good block. I don't know who it was. Was it 7? Was it Laura Boyle? Maybe, I'm not quite sure. But that's better from Donegal. And they do come forward usually quite well and at pace and try to knit things together. And they do have a lot of good players. Excuse me, like Tony Boyle. Feeds it inside nicely to Doherty. Doherty will look for support. I might do it all herself, actually. No, she gets support, and that's O'Donnell. And O'Donnell, I think, will go on to her left, but McCarran is pursuing her. And the Fizz has gone out of this attack now. They've had to recycle. Wallace gives it out to McDermott. From Niamh Connell. Into the corner to Orla Ward. She got the last point, but nowhere really to go from there. And down of their structure there, and it's just working. They're just keeping Donegal at bay. And an effort from distance. Keeper needs to watch that one, and that's a third one the goalkeeper has caught under her crossbar. It's hard to believe she really came in and wasn't the captain all year. It was Mia McCann, and she's doing so well in there. In fact, I think there was one earlier that she caught, and yeah, she caught and then grabbed it. So that's 3 or 4 that the keeper has done really well under, because they could easily drop into the net, and Donegal would love to see one of them go in. And you know what, it could be the sort of one that could change the game. But she has been so impressive in there. Bit of a breeze picking up. She gives it plenty of height, but I think she's lost accuracy with it, and she has. Just not happening for Donegal at the minute, but they just need to keep at it. Message on the YouTube there. Best of luck to Donegal, especially Florence and Sarah from St. Noel's. Yeah, it's in the programme as Niamh Noel, I think, but that's St. Noel's, many people would know it as, in Mount Charles. So I mentioned for them on the live chat. That's got all the way through to McCarran. And she won't waste it. Keeps possession. Good, strong, elusive play by her. And goes looking for the return as well. And gets it. McCarran still going and gets it through to Owens, who started it all off with the first goal. And McCarran's still there. Oh, could be and should be another goal. No, Simpson wasn't able to get there. But you can see what Down were trying to do. And for once, they get an effort at goal and don't take it. So a bit of a let-off for Donegal, but impressive play from McCarran there, all the way from the middle of the field, linking up all the way and then nearly getting a score at the end of it. Not being satisfied with a point despite the big lead, trying to go for goal. Aoife McDermott for Donegal at the other end. This is shaping up into a really good game and really well watched there, but still Ward is there with a chance. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper, who is safe as houses in there. It's Kayla Falloon once again at the back. Well, it's hard to believe that Down are leading by 13 points, have scored 4 goals, but one of their best players so far and most important players has been their goalkeeper, Kayla Falloon. She has made, I think, 4 or 5 catches, saves in there. McCarran at the other end. Well, it really is end to end, and then Simpson, satisfied with a point, pops it over for Down and takes it out to a 14-point game again. 4-5-3, 22 minutes in. Walsh again struggling because of the press from Down, but gets it away in the end to her captain. McGowan gives it to Bonner Gillespie. And back there is Doherty, the midfielder, trying to run through the hands and just about managing to do so, to get out of defence. Now, at midfield, what can they do? They have numbers over. Laura Boyle to Emma Wallace. And Wallace takes it down the left. Can they find a way through? They're having to come back out. And they will come back indeed to McDermott. And she's a bit of room over here, and she's got Tony Boyle to her right. And she's done well here. She's got through, but faced up by 1, 2, 3 players, and does the right thing and goes for a point and takes her point. Well, they're not going to get past the goalkeeper, so they may as well take their points. And that's a decent score. Not just that it's gone on the board, but the way that she took it. That'll give them a bit of confidence. And maybe they're starting to figure this game out a little bit, because believe it or not, despite the scoreline, it has been an up and down game. It's been fairly even in terms of possession and play. Good pressure from Emma Wallace, but a little bit too enthusiastic. So Erin Daly will get it and belt it out to that far side. And Down will go again. No, they won't. That one's broken down. And I can see Donegal players with their tails up going looking for that one. They sense an opportunity here. They don't feel that they're gone in this game at all. Orla Ward, she's been nippy, she's been lively in there. They get it back to Alicia Boyle. With a lot of players around here, Donegal, but can they make inroads? 6 minutes to half time. Wouldn't it make it really interesting if they got a goal or two before half time? But it's really hard to see it. Look at that Down setup in there. Look at the structure of all the Down players in there. How do you find a way through all of that? I think the answer is on the transition. You do it quickly, and they've tried to do that, and they've come close, but they are forced to take an effort from distance, and it's gone wide. And yeah, the Down stroke carried off stroke St. Pat's knock system is very, very effective. Disappointed a few minutes ago, but Donegal only have the 4 points on the board to show for their efforts so far. This is one of the goal chances. Good positioning by the goalkeeper and good defensive play again, reducing the options. McCarran takes it from the kick out. Daly, they move it on. Good width to their play as well. She's been hugging that sideline there. I think it's the number 5, Connolly. And they get it up inevitably to their excellent forwards. And this is Evie McHugh. And she is very good on the ball, as you see. Will take her time. Evie's brother is Owen, one of the Down under-20s. Really good player as well from Carryduff. And Evie, by the way, would play Camogie, but not with Carryduff. She would play with their neighbouring rival club Breda. Here's Simpson on the end of this. Oh, it's ended up in the net again, and this time it is Simpson, and it's a 5th goal for Down. Well, goal machine she definitely is. A high ball this time in, and whereas Donegal are struggling to try and find a way to goal, they can't get through. Down are finding all sorts of angles and ways to get goals, and it's 5-4, and you have to feel sorry for Donegal. It doesn't feel right, but Down have been clinical, and they have been so dangerous, and they have been ruthless, and they've so many options, as I say. So Donegal try so hard just to get a point, and Down just go up almost with ease and put another one in the net. And there was me telling you about Evie McHugh. Yeah, so she plays Camogie for Breda and actually plays senior there alongside her mum Jennifer, but very much a footballer with Carryduff, with St. Pat's knock, and with Down here today. Donegal get a free, but you can tell the body language isn't great at the minute. They look a bit deflated. I was just saying that they could get a goal before half time, but now the lead's gone out to 16. That's a massive lead at any level. There's raindrops coming into the camera. O'Donnell, oh, lovely little dummy solo there to nip inside and make sure of her score and gets it inside the post. That's Mia O'Donnell from Dunloe, a good score. That's her 5th of the game. Well, they've both scored 5 points. Just a matter of 5 goals as well for Down. Kick out is good. Finds Gordon. And he's able to take it comfortably. Well, I say comfortably, it's been robbed. It's been stolen away by Wallace. Can Donegal get a goal from this kind of position? I doubt it. We'll come back to Laura Boyle. Naughton, Florence Naughton, encouraged to go, but that's easier said than done. How do you find a way through there? Get the angles right, maybe. Get it to Tony Boyle, but look, she's been faced up now, and then McCarran comes over. And they just hold up Donegal and make it very, very difficult for them. They're trying all sorts of angles, but they just can't get in there. They've been encouraged to try again and again to keep knocking on that door. But in the end, forced to go for a shot from distance, and it's gone wide again. And it's just not happening for Donegal. They're being encouraged from the sideline, but it's just so difficult out there trying to break through this Down setup. 5-5 to 5. 1.5 minutes to half time. A stunning first half from Down. On the break, Down have won so many of their own kickouts. It's been a very impressive part of it as well. As the rain comes down here in Killyclogher, well, there were thundery showers forecast. Not sure about the thundery, but this is definitely a shower. We've had a little bit of sunshine and a dry day up to this, but there's the rain coming down now to make it a bit more miserable for Donegal. And the player over on this near side here if required, and yeah, they'll probably come over now to Lucy Elmore in lots of room, and she'll keep it in just about. 1 minute to the break then, or at least 1 minute to the end of added time. Daly, the captain, belts it over to that far side, and it works beautifully. Well, when your 5 goes up, these sort of things always seem to work for you, or there's no panic, and that's part of their play. They can try almost anything, and God, they might even get another goal. Well, no, it's a point instead, but it's really well taken by Orla Owens, who got the first goal after I finally figured it out. And Orla, one of the vice captains, along with Murdoch there, with a good finish. 10 seconds to go then, and it's out to a 16-point lead. In fact, the referee's blown his whistle just before we got to that. Maybe we were slightly behind, but that is half time, and what a first half it has been. Unbelievable. You wouldn't have expected that at all. I'm just checking on the live chat there to see what people are saying. Cahill says, great start from Down, need to keep it going as Donegal will come back into it. Well, I don't know when you sent that, but I was kind of expecting that or anticipating it, and it hasn't happened despite their best efforts. But Down just keep piling it on and firing in the goals, as we're seeing again now in a recap of the first half. And we'll see the goals, but strangely enough, the one player there I want to commend from Down is actually strangely their goalkeeper, Kayla Falloon, because a couple of goals at the other end and you're into a pretty different ball game and a different mindset. But she was fantastic, especially in a period in the first half for about 7 or 8 minutes. And this is Simpson putting it over, and we're not finished yet. If you're only joining us, you're thinking, what is going on here? And there's the 5th goal here. This is Simpson who just palmed that one to the net. The two Donegal players in a bit of a mix-up there. So here in Killyclogher, it's a big lead for Down at half-time. It's hard to see Donegal getting it back, but they've 10 minutes here to get themselves together and come out and have another go. We'll be back for the second half. Welcome back for the second half here in Killyclogher. The rain seems to have stopped, or has it? No, there's a few umbrellas over there still up on the far side. Just hasn't really helped with the conditions, but more importantly, what way is this game going to go here? Incredible first half. 23 is on for Donegal, so obviously they've been forced into making a few changes. 23 for Donegal is Orla Fall from Glenswilly. 23, and she's gone straight into the middle of the field. Same club as Michael Murphy. I think they announced another change here as well. I'll try and pick that up as we go on. So the referee, Chris Lennon, and I will check as usual, as I say, on your messages on Instagram, Jerome Quinn 1, and on YouTube on the live chat there. Feel free to leave a comment. There's a few people, I'm sure, pretty surprised and maybe just tuning in and finding out about this scoreline. And I put one of the goals up on half-time on Instagram there for everybody to see. And it's well taken immediately. And that's what you call an impact sub. She caught the ball from the throw, and in fact, she's also steaming along the left here, trying to get it. Mightn't be required here. Donegal looking to make an explosive start at the second half. And Mia O'Donnell, oh, that's a brilliant goal. Well, what a start of the second half. I make that 15 seconds. An impact sub at the start. And it was finished by Mia O'Donnell. Well, she's left-footed mainly, but she spun round there. She pirouetted beautifully there to evade the goalkeeper, Falloon, and find the net as well. And, well, we had an incredible first half. The air at half-time seemed to suggest this is over. Now, all of a sudden, Donegal have their tails up, and Orla Ward's going for another score. And the girl from Malin, oh, she nearly gets another one. Wow, what a start. They could have had 2 goals in 45 seconds. Well, the down management down to my right were walking out at half-time rather chuffed with themselves, but now they're looking like they're panicking a little bit. But Falloon once again to the rescue with another fantastic save for them. You really have to give her enormous credit for the way that she has played in this game, and she could just have kept Donegal at bay for a few more minutes here. But what a start from Donegal. Game on. Good kick out to that far side, but one that's swatted down by Nicole Bonner Gillespie. Well, this is a different Donegal team, or maybe they just had a bit of luck. And oh, it's her again. She got the goal. It's O'Donnell again. It is a goal and a point for her. Well, we're going 1 minute and 20 seconds, and they could have had 2 goals and this point. Wow. Now we're looking at the scoreline and trying to add it up again. 5-6 to 1-7. They now have more points than Down. Just need to sort out the goals a bit more. But it was all from the press and just upping their game a little bit. And maybe Down came out thinking, well, for goodness sake, we're not going to lose from this position. But this is an Ulster Minor Club final, or Ulster Minor final, and now things are starting to go against them. It's an overcarry there, I think, against McHugh, and Donegal maybe a little bit of advice just to throw that in so quickly. Well, in the first half they couldn't find a way through. They nearly found a way through with 2 goals. Now they're trying again, and it's Ward again, and the spoiling tackle came in, and that's brilliantly done by Maeve Boyle from St John's, Drumnacoil. Drumna Road, I think it's known as. Not quite sure why it's called 2 different things, even though I've played there. Her mum would be Mary, who'd be the chair, but that was great work by her. So a great defensive unit, and defensive play individually as well is terrific. But Donegal working so hard. That's Doherty, supported by Boyle, trying to get, look, 4 or 5 players there. Look at the work rate here, trying to stop them. They can't though. And it's belted forward to McCarran, who does brilliantly under pressure, but still Donegal try to get it away. Well, this is a serious contest now, and it's won in the end by Tony Boyle, but the referee had already decided to hop it. But make no mistake, Donegal are here now for the fight. And remember at the start of the game when the manager was pointing to the badge, I'd say he did that all through half time. And that is the sub who came on there saying, give me more, let's go, let's go. We have to really give it everything in the name of Donegal here. That was not us at all. We can't be beaten like that. But on the break, that's Evie McHugh there. She's always the one doing that kind of thing, getting that ball in there, always very smart and linking the play up. They're just going to try and kill the Donegal momentum here, the revival. And that is Mia Murdoch, and Mia does well to keep possession here. Make no mistake at all, Donegal on the bench here as well. They're getting very excited. They want to keep this momentum up, but Donegal need the ball, and Down just need to kill it, and that's exactly what they're doing at the minute. And over on this side, this is Cara Connolly, and it just bounced up at the wrong way the wrong angle for her at the vital moment there. So it's going to be a Donegal ball even. There's a lot of boils out there on both sides. Yeah, they're just playing at a different tempo now, aren't they? They all want the ball. They're trying to get it forward, and that's a little bit unlucky there. Ward nearly got it. This is Anna McCardle. And Anna just feeds it accurately down the line, just kept in, but actually no, it wasn't. It had gone out. And Donegal, every time they get the ball, it's like they sense blood. They just want to go for it here. And that's nicely found as well. They have to keep their composure as well and play good football, and that's what Laura Boyle has done. But she's surrounded by 3-4 players. Evie McHugh battling for it there, and McHugh wins it. Great play from McHugh. Actually, it's a hop. Thought she got it. There was 2 Donegal girls around her. And I imagine
another substitution.
The sub
just give me a wee second, right?
Will go in again, and she does. The girl from Glenswilly, Orla Fall. And they get it, Donegal. And they move it as quickly as they can. That's the other sub who came in. There was another sub. That's Sophie Campbell from Niamh Connell, the number 27. But it was Fall who got the ball from the throw-in and was available there, but instead they've fired it over here to Florence Naughton. Now, there's not really anywhere to go over here. Down, just shift their players across. But look at this. This is Laura Boyle finding a way through and belting it over the bar. They have found a way through. And they're looking at bringing on another sub as well, Donegal. 21 coming now for 11, and 21 is Eva McNamara from Bundoran. So 3 Donegal subs in. They're maybe thinking, well, the first 2 made an impact. Let's throw another one in. They're really shaking things up out there. And she comes in for Wallace. Donegal's tails definitely up 10 points in it. Still a big margin with 24 minutes to go. But they've done remarkably well since half-time. If they can do that in 6 minutes and keep that up, easier said than done, but that's great defending by Casson. To get it to Connolly, the Carrie Duff connection, and it continues with Evie McHugh. Looks to be running into trouble, but she always finds a way out. Casson gives it into Owens. And this is great play. They might even get through for a score. They don't. And Donegal managed to repel that attack. Can they keep up the pace though? It's going to be very demanding. Ward all the way back there. Well, they're finding ways. They're getting forward, but there's only one player up ahead of McDermott, so she hasn't too many options. Now, it's a good option. It's O'Donnell. Oh, and it just didn't bounce for her there. You could see that the rain has come down and maybe made the grass a little bit different, and it just didn't bounce up for her. So after all that good work, it's a down ball. So, game on. 37.5 minutes gone. The first 7.5 minutes has been pretty electrifying. Now, there's a few questions on the YouTube live chat. People are asking about the games tomorrow. If they're being live streamed, they are. We're not doing them, but somebody is doing them for Ulster LGFA. So the 2 minor finals tomorrow are being live streamed. It's a little spin there from Anna McCardle, but somehow Ward has got it back for Donegal. And it's amazing the way a game can change. It's like they've lifted their game 20%, and they're all fighting for every ball, and they're just making things happen. They're getting a hand in here and there, and they're just disrupting this down team. But this down team is very cool as well, and very used to the battle at various levels. And you see their structure in there. They'll just revert to that. They're going to make it very, very difficult. Donegal have 1 goal, but they're at least going to need another 1 or 2, you would imagine. But easier said than done. Now, this is the sub I was telling you about, 27. Fed in, and this is Fall. Oh, nice play. Brilliant play by Fall. And she got the score as well. Well, oh, what a score. What a brilliant score. Look at it again here when she receives it. This sums up the attitude in the second half. See ya. Looked one way and I'm away the other. No fear for the opposition, just drive through. And that's the sort of thing that'll bring them back. Now, some anxious looking faces down below me, amongst the likes of Pete Kearney, Jared McKeever and Hugh Dilly. 39 minutes gone, and what a 9 minutes it's been. Donegal pride is a factor here, but Down know how to manage these games, and that's what they're going to try to do here. 5-6-1-9. 9 points, 3 goals. And Donegal will be saying, well, at least we've stopped the goals. Now, 2 of the subs for Donegal getting in there. They brought energy, and they're going to need fresh energy. And the 2 subs there were involved, and so was Laura Boyle, and they forced a turnover. They come again. If Down don't watch themselves, Donegal are going to knock on the door again here. They are really keeping up the pace and going at them. This one of the subs again. Now, this is clever as well. If it doesn't happen, just come back. It can't just be gung-ho. And it's all slowed down a little bit. But Fall gets it. She's forced back, but fouled, I think, by Boyle. I make it 5 Boyles out of both teams on the pitch. Now, that's O'Donnell. And she steps outside the arc. She's not, is she? She might be, you know. Oh, no, she doesn't. Maybe the wise option, but they'll try and work it in. Donegal pressing once more, this time with Naughton. All of their players up for it now in the second half. No matter the score, they're coming back here to put some pride into Donegal. And oh, so unlucky. I thought I was about to say another point. They're getting points from all sorts of angles. So unlucky there. She did everything right. Just the angle of the bar. The post, rather. Down goalkeeper Falloon. That save, especially, well, she's made a lot of saves, but the one right at the start of the second half after the first goal, now that seems even more important. Brilliant again from McCarran. Unable just to keep it in, though, and they take it quickly. They're doing everything quickly now, Donegal. The shackles are off. They're just going for it. They're trying to show what their county is about. McCarran comes in and around, though, and spoils and spills and tries to get it, but fouls. It's a free in for Donegal. And the referee ticking as well. And I think he's saying to McCarran. So she might be ticked a few times there, and might even be a third one. If it is, she's gone. And what is that indication now? It looked like he was indicating for her, but he didn't put up a card, a yellow card, but I think he's saying watch that, and he's allowing the substitution. That's what it is. And Down are going to bring in 2 subs. 24 is coming on. And what's that other one? 24 is Katie Toner from Bryansford. And I'm trying to see the number. It's 17. Yeah, 24 and 17. So for Down 17, Anna McGivern from Annaclone is in. And I saw Donegal making another change there. And 19 is in for Donegal. That would be Kiva Gallagher from Ardra. And for Down, 17 in for 12. So Grace Gordon comes off, and also number 5, Cara Connolly, comes off. So 2 changes for Down, 4 changes for Donegal in this second half, so 6 in all. And new, fresh legs in for Down. They'll keep to the same system, of course, but they'll hope that that maybe helps steady the ship a little bit in there. It's Fall, the sub again, of course. Now, she got a point a minute ago, and oh, she's judged that one perfectly. That's a great score again from Laura Boyle. I think that's 2 from her. And Donegal, after struggling so much in the first half, they've really found their range, and they've got it back to 8 points. This would go down as one of the greatest comebacks ever if they could turn this around. I think the margin at its peak was 16 points. They're now down to 8, so they've halved it. And that's good possession for Down to get, and good pace as well, and she's fouled. That was a good intervention there, and it was the number 7, Lucy Elmore from Warren Point. Dad would be a Ballyholland man, from what I gather. Oh, she's taken too long, and the referee has penalised her, and Well, the Donegal girl went to take it, but I think it's a hop, isn't it? Yeah, and Fall's going to come in to get in there with McCarran to try and win this one, and gets a hand on it. Has he penalised her? Oh, he has. But I think she sort of started a little bit further to the right. That was maybe a little bit harsh on her there, but he's right beside it. And McCarran had taken up a good position and got the decision. Now, that's a great ball cross field right down into the corner if she can get to it, and she can. And that's well taken. It's Owens and fed inside for Down. Well, they haven't scored for a long time. They haven't scored much. A goal here surely would kill the whole thing. Well, it's Owens at the end of it. Keeper needs to watch it, and she does, but on the rebound, oh, it could go anywhere, and the keeper does well at the second time of asking. And unlike the first half where everything went into the net, on that occasion Donegal managed to keep it out just. And could that turn out to be a key factor? And that's surely a foul, and it is a foul. Is it McCarran again? Because, well, she had a tick a minute ago. If she had two, that could have been trouble, but mustn't have had. Donegal try to go again. They're going at them and going at them. Relentless pressure from them. This girl has been terrific. Laura Boyle gives and gets again. They are not lying down. They're putting their pride back into the Donegal shirt here. Pride in the badge. Donegal pushing. Down drifting back. Donegal's trying to force the issue with their centre half back Nicole Bonner Gillespie. They've put players in there. They're trying to get players on the edge of the square. The sub has gone in there. Now can they feed it in? They found her, and at the end of it all they've got their goal. They have got it. Well, I just saw her off camera drifting into that position. She anticipated it coming, and that's been the difference in the second half. They have been so up for it, anything possible. Kiva Gallagher from Ardra with a finish. And it's back to a 5-point game, and there's loads of time left. There's now panic and Down and pride back in Donegal. What a game, what a turnaround. McCarran comes out to win it for Down. Well, they're still trying to play their game, but now Donegal are matching them. And that was Ward with the challenge. She fouls, but they are right in Down's faces. McCarran on point again, in possession. Trying to get out. Oh, it slipped. It slipped, but McCarran recovers. And they just need to keep their cool here, don't they? This is Evie McHugh. And a little bit unorthodox there to Murdoch, but Murdoch did well and gets it again. Down at the minute are trying to just break away and break out, and they are doing that, and it's Asa McCarran, and they've laid it off, and this would be a really good score, not just to get a point on the board, but the way they scored that. That must have been about 15 passes up the field, and they've maybe shown to the opposition and themselves, we're not going away. We've got an answer. And it also means it's now out to a 6-point game. Donegal will need to raise it again, but Down get possession in the middle of the field on the break. And there's that ball down into the corner again. Looking for Owens, who does well to get the possession. And she gets the free as well. She has been the out ball in that corner and gives it back to where it came from Daly. Down into the corner, that suits Down perfectly. Maybe it's given Donegal a bit of a breather in a way. They're just sitting in now. They'll wait until they get a chance to get up and press, and that's what they're trying to do now with the 21 Eva McNamara. It's down to the corner again to Owens, and she always uses the ball so well, but Donegal get a toe in, and then the level rises, the expectation comes. Oh, and she had to be brave there, and she was, and she's got it, and the referee has given the free, but they don't want it. They want to keep going. They want to get up the field as quickly as possible, Donegal. Ward is looking for it way up there, but the challenge comes in. 1-2 challenges is another foul. These fouls might be mounting up, the ticks might be mounting up. The referee has noted that one as well. A lot of down fouls out around that area, but Donegal are forcing the issue. They're forcing the fouls, forcing the mistakes. Now this is the girl who got the goal a minute ago. Forced to come back out, and is she fouled? I think this is a free in, the way he's indicating. And we watch it again, and yeah, maybe there. Yeah, the referee has given a free in. And Donegal lining up yet another sub. They're keeping them coming every few minutes. Aileen Sweeney from Letterkenny Gales is poised to come in here. 49 minutes. As Ward brings it back to that 5-point game again. And this is minor football, you know. If Donegal can get another goal, it could be some crack in the last 10 minutes somewhere. 10.5 minutes to go. Down bringing on a sub. 27, Orla Mulholland from Taconic. And I think it's 15. Yeah, it's 15. And that's Clodagh Simpson. And she's coming off. But yeah, real fantastic drama here with 10 minutes exactly now to go. We've had 7 goals and 18 points. A remarkable first half and a courageous comeback by Donegal in the second. But how much have they got left? That is the key question. 27 has been good for Donegal since she came in. Sophia Campbell, as well as Fall. And of course, the goal scorer, Kiva Gallagher. And that ball belted down into the corner, and McCarran going for it. She's all over the field. Great stamina, and that's not a surprise. She is a terrific athlete. Cross-country runner as well, and her father, Michael McCarran, actually. He would be a winner of the triathlete double Olympic triathlon in 2018 and 2019. Irish Middle Distance National Championships 2019 as well. Down going for a score here to finish it. Can they get it on the rebound? Well, the goalkeeper goes in with a boot there, and that's going to be penalised because the hand was going down on the ball. Just checking on the live chat here on YouTube, and big audience on there now. People, I think, hearing about this game being very exciting and coming in to see what it's going to be like at the end. The referee's having a word with his umpires there, but it looked to me like the goalkeeper's boot went in just as the player was trying to lift it off the ground, and that's what the penalty, or not a penalty, but what she was being penalised for, that boot in there. Maybe not, actually. Has he given a penalty? He has given a penalty, actually. Okay. Well, this is a key moment there. It's Orla Owens from Leitrim, one of the vice captains of the team. This has been a remarkable Ulster Minor Platinum final. We're into the last 10 minutes down. We're 16 up. Then it was back to 5. It's back to 5 again right now. But this could be the winning of the game and maybe kill off a very courageous comeback from Donegal. And she pops it over the bar. I'm not sure if she was going for goal or not. She stretches it out to 6. But Donegal might see that as a bit of a let-off and give them a little bit of impetus for the last 8 minutes or so. Because that was a chance to really kill the game, I would have thought. Is she able to keep that in? She is able to keep it in. I think that's Fall, isn't it? And she gets a decision as well. She has had a remarkable influence in this game in the second half. And it's been moved forward. It's been brought forward. Maybe something was said there. And down. Well, it's definitely not over yet. This Donegal team are not going away. 6 points in it. She's just outside the D, Mia O'Donnell. She fancies it. Go on, you may as well bring the house down. We've had everything else here today. The crowd right behind her as well. And she steps inside, gives it a heck of a belt. If that's on target, it's over. The crowd like it over the far side. They can see it better than me. And they knew it was going over. Well, that's cancelled out the one a minute ago. So we're back to a 5-point game with 7 minutes to go. The down management below us saying let's go. The Donegal management saying let's have more of the same. Oh, they needed to win that kick out, didn't they? But it was brilliant from Evie McHugh as usual. Always available. What a player. And is there available and plays a nice ball in too. And on the break, Donegal unable to take it. They're looking a wee bit jaded themselves now. And who's there, of course? Oh, it's one of the subs on now. It's McCarran looking to finish the job. She'd just try and fist this over the bar. Well, she kicked it over the bar. That'll do. And that's the Carryduff connection again. Evie McHugh and Asa McCarran. There's a Pat Snock connection as well. and doing it for Down today. And they're just doing enough to keep Donegal at bay for now. Under the ball, it's Daly getting the hand down, but brilliantly taken there by Aoife McDermott. That's superb courage, strong play from McDermott, from Niamh Connell for Donegal, and they lead the charge. They're looking for another score to get it back. Will she be happy with a point? They'd love a wee goal here again just to give us a grandstand finish. It's Fall, drives it, and she's got it. What a score. Not just in the finish, but in the way that they created that, to get the turnover, the determination. You have to give incredible credit. They might be blamed for the first half for a lacklustre display, but no complaints in the second. We're down to the last 5 minutes, and it's back to a 5-point game. Oh, it's one. It's Orla Ward from Malin. What a game she has had, and she immediately takes the game to them, goes at them. Oh, Falloon saves it again, and it's like deja vu. How many times has Falloon done that in this game? She comes to Down's rescue yet again. It was brilliant from Ward, and she was going for goal. It was all on her mind, but Falloon says not today. Well, it's a 4-point game actually. Now, yeah, I was trying to read the scoreboard in the ground, and I was thinking, did I do my maths wrong there? It's now back to a 4-point game now. Yeah, it's McHugh, of course, for Down. Oh, it nearly stolen away by Doherty. Down trying to get out under such pressure all over the field, but they managed to work it through the hands. Well, they've really, in a boxing parlance, shipped a lot of punishment in the second half. But here comes McCarran, and she has got free again. She got a point a minute ago. Cleverly gives it to Owen. She might even be in for a goal. Oh, she's missed it. She's put it wide. Credit to the goalkeeper. She actually got inside the goalkeeper, and it looked like it was destined for the net. And Down keep doing this. They keep getting up the field, but they cannot put this team away. Reminds me of Pete McGrath talking about the 91 All-Ireland final when Meath did a great comeback against them. And he talked about the way that they kept getting up the field. That gave them encouragement, even though the onslaught was coming at them all the time. The fact that they get up, even if they didn't get a score, they kept getting up the field. It's important. You can't just sit in and let them come at you. But Donegal are coming at them. We make it 3.5 minutes to go. 4 points in it. 16 points down at one stage. He's given a free in, but they don't really want it, and that's why they move it quickly to get it out to McDermott. McDermott trying to find a way through here, and is that Ward? Well, that's a tough challenge. That's definitely a foul, and it's going to be brought out. Well, I think put this over 3-point game, guys, with 3 minutes now exactly on the clock. A lot of ticking there today, but we haven't seen any yellows. So Ward to bring it right back. At one stage, 16 points in it. Now it's 4. Orla Ward to make it 3. Oh, she's missed it. She's missed it. It's just tailed off to the left. That is a huge let off. Well, they're coming up now to ask for a player of the match. Where do you start? Where on earth do you start with this game? Because a game of 2 halves. It's been a remarkable game, absolutely incredible, and one of the best minor finals that you will find. And we're down to almost the last 2 minutes of the game, and it's almost impossible to pick a player of the match because, as I say, it's a game of 2 halves. But probably, hold on, let me think about it here. I'm thinking it's Down at the minute, and the way the game's going, I'll maybe go 14, Evie McHugh. She got player of the match in the All-Ireland Schools final, but she's been so good today all through the game as well. And the goalkeeper, Falloon, absolutely fantastic. I forgot about her. Maybe Falloon. Sorry, I'm talking to Colm here and trying to work it out in my head. Yeah, it's bizarre that you could score 5 goals and maybe your goalkeeper is player of the match. But yeah, that's actually a good shout, you know. In fact, I'm going to change my mind. I'll go with Falloon. I'm going to go with that, because I was looking at all the outfield players, but I forgot about her. But yeah, what she's done here today. But McHugh has been so good all through the game, and importantly in the second half. Now we're down to the last, nearly down to the last minute, and that last chance would have brought it back to 3. This to put it out to 5, and have they finally weathered the storm. No, that's not gone over. Well, and it's kept in as well. The ball's still in play, importantly. Is there one last chance for... Well, they need two last chances. Yeah, Cahill agrees with me. He says player of the match, the goalkeeper. 5 goals in the first half, and your keeper keeps them all out at the other end. And they've got the decision here down. Well, you know what? They've had to show character themselves down. They've had to dig in. An onslaught from Donegal in the second half, and it's not over yet. But it's not easy when a team's coming at you like that, and you try to keep your composure. You keep doing what you're doing, and that's what they've done. And this has been one of their outballs to Owens, who's been so good. She could have finished it a few minutes ago. That's a free for Donegal. We're in the last 10 seconds of normal time. He didn't play any added time that we could see at the end of the first half. But of course we've had quite a few subs in the second. Don't remember any real big delays. Down of course at the penalty as well. A bit of a delay there maybe. But Donegal coming again. And is that fall again? It is fall again. The girl who came on and started the revival, and she's leading the charge again, and they're going through, and you know there's only one thing in their mind, and it's at 14 again. It's McDermott, but they can't find a way through. There's a forest of red and black there. Well, is it going to be a red and black weekend? Oh, they get it out to Gallagher. She got the goal a few minutes ago, and she goes for another one, and she drives it. Ooh, you knew what she was thinking. She's going for around the crossbar area, hoping that drops into the far corner. Well, she gets it back to a point. 3 in it. Donegal, you're teasing us here. 1 minute added on. There might be another minute. 1 goal will do it for Donegal. Just the 1 goal needed to get it back for one of the most remarkable comebacks you'll ever see. Sheer guts. I wonder what was said at half time. I'm sure. Oh, has he blown? He hasn't added on any much time at the end either. Just the 1 minute. And the Donegal heads go down. But what an incredible effort by them in the second half of this game to get back from 16 points in it to 13 points in it. But in the end, it's down who prevail. It could be a red and black weekend all round. They've certainly started it well here by winning the Ulster Minor Platinum Final with a remarkable game of football. They showed incredible ability in the first half. In the second half, it was more about guts, and it was more about just stickability and staying in this game, and they did that, and they were absolutely superb in the end to come out of it. They could have won it by more. They had a penalty that they put over the bar, they had a goal chance, but overall you can't argue with them. And there's the hero. There is the goalkeeper, the player of the match that we've decided to give it to, Kayla Falloon, and she wasn't even the keeper. Mia McCann was the keeper. A couple of weeks ago got injured and couldn't play. And Kayla came in from St John Bosco, her dad Kevin, her uncle Paul, and she played like she'd been playing there for years for this team. Fantastic saves, important catches at an important time in the first half. In the second half, 2 or 3 remarkable saves that kept Donegal at bay. But all round, a fantastic game of football, I think you'll agree. I'm kind of losing my breath here now, but let's see, let me get my breath back. There's a few messages coming in on the Instagram at Jerome Quinn 1, and also on the WhatsApp and also the YouTube live chat, so we'll just go to them. Collie Campbell says good shout for player of the match. Kayla was excellent, game of 2 halves, delighted for Down to be winners, brilliant squad, congratulations to the management. Thanks for that, Collie. That kind of sums it up, doesn't it? Don't need to say anything else. On the live chat, yeah, people agreeing about the goalkeeper getting that decision. And yeah, all that remains now is to have the cup presentation. That photograph's nice, but they want the cup in it. And credit to them all, and to Donegal. Donegal are over to the left, not far away from them, so you have the mixed emotions only about 50 yards apart. So you have the celebrations and then the commiserations, and that's the Donegal manager who before the game was pointing all the time at the badge. And I'm sure he did that at half-time. And there'll be tears there as well. And I'm sure they got a right talking to at half-time. But boy, they came out and responded, and they brought the pride back into the Donegal jersey. There's no doubt about that. That first half wasn't them. Definitely wasn't. Second half was. And one of the best minor finals that you'll ever see. And Down now go on to the All-Ireland stage. They're getting into a huddle as well. They want to have a wee talk too. And Colm there on the right, you see Breedeman, same club as the captain Aaron Daly. He's saying, never mind that, get over to the presentation, we want to give you the cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking for a couple of minutes because they're talking, so there's nothing happening. But when they go over to the presentation, we'll pick it up again. But we'll stay with these pictures.
I'd like to thank the referee, umpires, linespeople and fourth official for a job very well done. It was a massive game of football. At half time, there's no doubt about it, they'll come back strong in the second half. But anyway, congratulations to Donegal. First of all, before we go that far, I need to call up to the player of the match. The player of the match, Kieran Balloon from County Donegal. First of all, congratulate the Donegal. They're a very, very good team. At half time, it was dead and buried. I thought there was no way back. But it ended up only 3 or 4 points in it. So guys, you played your heart out and you're doing your county proud and you're going back and you're over the airside back to Donegal again. Your county, your management, your club and your industry very proud of Donegal, so take Johnny home and very well played. What can I say, Darren? It's an absolutely brilliant team. It's played some outstanding football. It's at that game on at half time, like, it doesn't matter, there's no team will ever come back from that deficit at half time. They're absolutely brilliant. From 1 to 18, they're brilliant. Congratulations, girls, and I no doubt we'll be seeing a lot more of you girls in a year's time at senior level. You were brilliant, and congratulations. As I said, I just want to go back to 29 years as well for your family, your club, your parents, and your management and our team that is to ask the captain of the damn team looking forward how they will get a cup this.
Donegal, girl made it a gap Denia, Monica Ma, Homogenia, Kerskotcher, Clay Canish, Girl yeah, thank you to the came back up to my parents, all supporters, everyone here followed us since day one. We couldn't have done it without you. To our management, Hugh, Peter, Jared, Fran, Kira, Siobhan, and everyone else in the background, thank you all so much. To Donegal, you said some game, honestly. That second half shift is, you should be very proud of yourselves. So 3 cheers for Donegal. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Finally the girls. All lads. Just so proud of all of you. Thank you for showing up week in, week out. We started this 1st of November, and the amount of running we've done, I think we deserve this in the end. But yeah, you are all a credit to yourselves and your clubs, and I think this is rightfully coming home to County Down, so well done.
Well, I think that's about it from us. 2 games here today. Armagh won the first one against Derry, and now a fantastic victory for Down against a gallant Donegal team. You have been entertained. There's 2 more minor finals tomorrow, but from Killyclogher, from the whole team here on the live stream, we hope you have enjoyed the coverage, and it's been a pleasure to cover one of the best Ulster minor club or minor finals that you will ever see. So from all of us, it's goodbye.
Can you see the hand at the bottom?